Uh, Now we are going to see the economics of button mushroom cultivation. We will take two examples. One is of seasonal cultivation, and the second is of one case study of 365 tons per annum production. Right. So for seasonal cultivation, we are taking an example of one hut. So normally, the mushroom growing sets in seasonal cultivations are made of 60 into 30, means 60 feet length and 30 feet width with 10 feet of height. However, some variations can also be observed, like 75 by 32, 50 by 30, 55 by 26, 60 by 22, like this. So such kind of structures can also be seen depending upon the size of the plot or land available. So, but the mostly used size is 60 by 30. And in 60 by 30, normally they grow in racks. So the compost accommodated is little lesser because in seasonal cultivation, if you fill it properly or fill it with its capacity, then controlling temperature is very difficult. So that is why lesser amount of compost is been filled in such kind of structures. The main skeleton is built with bamboos of different thickness and sizes. So in a standard 60 by 30 shed, in each row are 4 feet width and four tires is been built at a difference of 16 to 18 inches because only 6-inch thickness, 6 to 8-inch thickness of the compost is been filled. Distance between two rows is almost 2.5 feet. So normally in front, we leave 4 feet space for working, and on the back side, 2.5 feet space is kept for movement. So first of all, it is covered with polythene sheet, and thereafter the paddy straw been used to cover it as insulating material. Then there are 1 to 2 doors are kept in each shed for air movement, right? And 2 windows are given on the lower side of the, or you can say at 1 feet height from the ground. 2 by 2 feet windows are been given on the back side of the huts. So this is the design of the cropping room of the hut. 60 feet is the length and the 30 feet is the width. 4 feet width, 4 rows are been used. In between the 2 rows, always 2.5 feet space has been given or path has been given. So this is the structure we have already discussed in farm design. So the shelves are made up of bamboo, and nylon and plastic threads. In one shade, about 10-ton compost can be accommodated. Most of the grower use 3 to 4 shades. Some have 10 to 12 shades, and few have 25 to 30 shades. But even more can be observed in seasonal cultivation. So the cost of the construction of one shed of 60 by 30 is approximately 35 to 40,000 of rupees, which includes bamboo, paddy straw, polythene shed, and labor. Everything it costs you around 35 to 40,000 rupees. So such kind of a structure has been built. So growers are generally change the cultivation side because they grow on the long method of compost. So after 2-3 years, the inoculum levels are very high for diseases and molds. So after 3 years, it is very difficult to grow on the same site. So after every 2 to 3 years, they shift their cultivation site from one place to other place. So the growers or laborers, they are engaged on the basis of means salary basis of 5 to 6,000 rupees per month, or some places 8,000 rupees. But the most prevalent method is share method. Means there are group of workers or growers. They ask for share of 25 to 30% share of the profit from one shade. So Now, the cost of production per shade, if you see, this is the slide which is giving you. Cost of the shade, 35,000, wheat straw 15,000, urea 1,000 rupees can. So almost total with along with labor, pesticide, everything, it comes you around 80,000 of rupees, 79 to 80,000 of rupees. Uh, uh, and 25% bioconversion has been achieved by in 3 months of cropping. So almost if you take 100 rupees a kg for the mushroom, you can get means 2,50,000 of rupees in that 6 months of time, 5 months of time. And at least from one shade you get 1,70,000 of rupees. So this is there is nothing like means in seasonal cultivation. If you go for more shades, you will get more profit. Then if we see a case study of controlled climate, round the year cultivation economics, 1 ton per day production. So it is 365 tons annual production. So for this, if we see the brief outline of the project, you will require 42 means manpower. Then power of 292 HP is required. Sale is almost 365 lakhs. If we calculate it at 100 rupees a kg. But at most of the place in controlled units, they normally go for 120 to 130 rupees per kg. But yes, we take it at a minimum, so that is 100 rupees a kg. So you will get a profit in 1 year at least 1 crore 50 lakhs of rupees you can get from uh, a project of 365 tons per year. Now, what are the requirements of the 365 ton project? So pre-wetting area is required 40 by 40. Then composting yard of 50 feet by 26 feet. A smaller composting yard is required because we are going for indoor method of composting. So only mixing, this is the composting yard is required only for mixing of the ingredients. So that is why a small composting yard is required. Uh, Even if you have a bigger composting yard, then it's very good because you can do other operations also. But minimum size of this much is required. Now, if you see in this case, we have 14 rooms of 26-ton compost capacity. So if we have a 14 room project, so uh, if you see the cropping cycle is 60 days for button mushroom, right? So if it is a 60 days cropping cycle and one tunnel, when you are using one tunnel, so it takes around 7 days uh, to complete a pasteurization and conditioning cycle of the compost. So then one day is spawning, so 8 days. If you go for another day for cleaning it, then 9 days. So minimum 10 days is required for one outing from one tunnel. So what does it mean? That for 60 days you can have 6 outing from one tunnel. So what does it mean? It means that for one crop, means for one tunnel we can have a maximum of 6 cropping rooms, not more than that. So always try to make a cropping room in the multiple of 6. Like if you have a 6 cropping room, then you will have one tunnel. You have a 12. If you have 12 cropping rooms, then you have a 2 tunnel. Then if you have 18 cropping rooms, then you have 3 tunnels. But if you are having say 7 or 8 cropping rooms, then you need 2 tunnels again, and your tunnel will not be properly utilized because it will be working only for 2 cycles. So means you will be using it only for 20 days in 60 days. So means your 44 cycles is lost. So always try to make a unit with 6 cropping rooms, a multiple of 6 cropping rooms, right? So in this case, we have 14 cropping rooms, so that is not exactly perfect. But that is why I made it means purposefully of this size, that you can understand that what is the means difficulty, because here you need three bulk chambers. Three bulk chambers, three bulk tunnels you require, because 6 into 2 is 12. Okay, so 12 cropping room can be catered by two tunnels, but the two cropping rooms left is catered by three cropping rooms. So instead, could have made it 18 cropping rooms. So then you could have get more profit out of it. Okay. So, and if we take phase one bunker, then phase one bunker is always one more than the bulk chamber. Means if you have three bulk chamber, then you bulk tunnel, then you will be needing four bulk phase one bunkers, right? So then corridor you need. It's very important. Normally, people, what do we do? We miss the corridor. We just make the cropping rooms, which directly opens outside. So this actually involves or invites the pest and diseases inside the cropping room directly. So that is why a two-door system is very important in mushroom cultivation. So if you can have a corridor, or you can have a two-door system in each cropping room. So it is always better to have a corridor, because it gives you some space to work on, means for spraying, for harvesting, after harvesting, grading, cleaning. So everything you can do in a corridor. Then casing pasteurization room. Here we have taken 3 by 13 feet by 11 feet width and 13 feet length of casing pasteurization room, fitted with a grated floor and steam steam jets. Then office is required, where means the account section will be there and everything will be there. Then utilities are also very important to take care of boiler, generator, tools, sorting for sorting and other operations. Then one room for central air conditioning unit is required. So total utility area of 732 feet are required. So now if we see the infrastructure requirement, is the total is, you can see the cropping room is 150 lakhs, then bulk chamber 15 lakhs, then spawning area, then phase one bunker. So total, if you see, it is around 2 crores of rupees, 194.92 rupees, 92 lakhs of rupees is required for infrastructure development. And if we see the plant and machinery, means a total plant of machinery of 121.12 lakhs is required here. So, and miscellaneous fixed asset like electrical fittings and furniture and fixtures, then water tanks, almost 12 lakhs of rupees is required. So if we see, the total cost of the project is around 337.16 lakhs. So if we generalize it, we can say that per ton production 1 lakh rupees is required. So if we go for 50 tons of project, you will be needing almost, the total project cost will be around 50 lakhs. If you go 100 tons, then you will be requiring 100 lakhs. So likewise. So if we see uh, the raw material, in raw material, so for one cycle of raw material, 1.20 lakhs of rupees will be required for one outing of your tunnel, and for total number of 72 crops are there in this case. So 87 lakhs of rupees is required as raw material in 1 year. So then coming to wages and perks, so total 42 manpower is required, and in different capacity like manager, supervisor, watchman, boiler attendant, electrician, laborers. So total cost or total cost to manpower will be 41 lakhs rupees per year. So if you have a smaller unit, so you can omit the manager, but supervisor is needed. Watchman you need to have always. Then you can combine boiler and electrician together if you have a smaller unit. But if you have a bigger unit, then you need to separate boiler attendant and you need to have a separate electrician. right? So then energy and fuel and other overhead charges, if we see, so energy almost 2.96 lakhs of rupees per month is required, whereas 0.74 lakhs of fuel rupees of in fuel will be required. Carriage and transport is required if carriage and transport is required if you have means if you have to transport the raw material and product to distant markets. So it depends that where your farm is located. So a total of 44 lakhs rupees is required in 1 year in energy and fuel. So if we see the profitability projections, so total production cost is around 2 crore 29 lakhs of rupees, whereas your sale is minimum is 365 lakhs of rupees. So your profit will be around 135.95 of lakhs of rupees. So and there are some financial details also that is calculated by chartered accountants. So there are certain parameters like current ratio, IRR, oblique BCR, DSCR, then debt to equity ratio, then promoter contribution, break even point. So everything is to be calculated by chartered accountant, and this actually helps in getting funding or loans for your project. And I have also given uh, the range of the parameters which is required for your loaning purposes. So if these parameters falls in this particular range, maximum chances of getting loans are there from any of the bank. Now coming to the loan and subsidy options. So in mushroom cultivation, there are two types of subsidies in mushroom cultivation. One is at the smaller scale, that is NHM, National Horticulture Mission, which gives subsidy up to 40% up to the cost of the project of 55 lakhs, which includes spawn unit 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs of on the compost unit, and 20 lakhs on the cropping unit. So if you calculate the total subsidy on all the three components of a mushroom unit, so it comes you around 20 lakhs of rupees. So 20 lakhs of rupees can be, you can get the subsidy. Now second is the NHB, National Horticulture Board. National Horticulture Board goes for bigger project than your NHM. So if you are having a project of say uh, 70 lakhs or 75 lakhs, so then it goes to NHB. You can apply to NHB, and 40% subsidy is there. The ceiling is 30 lakhs rupees. Maximum subsidy can be of 30 lakhs till now, but it is under consideration to increase the subsidy limit. But I don't know exactly about the subsidy limit they have increased or not. Then third is third option is NABARD. NABARD is also refinancing to banks at lower bank interest rates. But exactly what are the schemes that you have to inquire from the NABARD offices, right? So for this, for any type of subsidy, if you want to get it, then first of all you have to get the TEFR done. Then you have to have a CA report. Then you have to apply for pre-IPA at the NHB. It is in principle approval. So in principle approval. So you have to apply for it online. When you get pre-IPA approval, then you apply to the bank for the loan. You get the bank appraisal letter and then bank loan. When it is done, then you have to apply for IPA to NHB, and then they give the in principle approval. Then you go for construction. After your construction and when your mushroom unit is in the operation, means your crop is there, then you have to inform NHB. The NHB team will visit you, your unit, and then it will sanction whatever the amount they have for subsidy. They can give it to, means this is actually all the subsidy is credit linked, means you will not get directly to your account, but it will be to your loan account. Okay, so that is the subsidy scheme now present uh, in the mushroom sector. So but you have to clarify it from National Horticulture Mission, which is actually controlled by your district horticulture officer. And second is NABARD, sorry, NABARD, and also the National Horticulture Board. So everywhere, the office of every state, there is office, one office of NABARD and one office of National Horticulture Board. So you can inquire exact amount of subsidy and what should be the project size. So everything you have to inquire it from their office. So I may be wrong somewhere, because they always do not inform us that what they have changed it. Okay, so in some meeting we get it, but you have to clarify it from the official sources. So this is all about the economics of the button mushroom. Thank you, sir.